Well, I figured I would pop on Murphy Music Academy. This guy has got 44,000 subscribers, and he's a great. I've said it before about this guy, and I forgot his full name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's got some kind of school that he started. I don't know. He does Skype. Skype is, didn't they end Skype? I was going to get Skype, but I heard they were going to close Skype down. I don't know much about this guy. As I said, he's okay. Murphy Music Academy, he's okay as long as he does teaching. And he does. He plays a violin very well. I've heard violinists much better than him. I mean, in miles better than him. But he has the knack of teaching. That's his love, is to teach. Performing, he is in an orchestra. I call it a podunk orchestra. But he is in an orchestra and pretty much has learned orchestral pieces, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Murphy's Music Academy is okay as long as he doesn't critique people, because he's not an expert when it comes to that. Okay. And the fact that Murphy Music Academy, I will ask him, how much do you really earn in what you do? Are you well into the millions of dollars? Are you in a situation where you're going to go out on a tour and you're going to play your violin, you're going to sing, you're going to dance while you play? Are you going to be a performer? No. Murphy Music Academy, all he is a teacher. And I applaud him and his channel. I've said it before. I applaud him for his efforts to help young kids get into playing violin. And one of his students just might make it to the top. The only reason I'm doing about Murphy's Music Academy, I think he realized when you have a channel on YouTube, you have to be careful. Now, I don't know what this is. Basically, I think he's gotten away from doing critiquing, because I told him clearly, and I did. I told him clearly, yeah, this is it right here. This was a year ago.
Am I really?
And what I don't understand about him, I want you to hear this. This is what he did. And I'd love to know what type of violin. You playing a Stradivarius violin, Murphy? You got a Stradivarius? Let's listen. I want to listen to this again. I'm going to scan through it. This was his attempt.
About to pick on another teenager playing the Mendelssohn Concerto?
This is his attempt. This is his attempt as a non-expert, because he knows nothing about performing on stage. When's the last time? He probably did it in, what podunk college did he go to? He didn't even go to Princeton. He went to some podunk, I don't know what it is, school he went to. I did a whole vlog on him, an old channel that was removed. I think it was my last channel that I went too far with. This is my point. He understands the violin. Okay, But what he doesn't understand is that I can listen to him and have listened to him. And I've said about Murphy Music Academy is he doesn't get immersed in the piece while he's playing it. He's playing notes and he's checking on his bow. He moves his bow around this way freely instead of straight up and down. And the fact remains is this Murphy Music Academy guy never really impressed me at all. Period. The man never impressed me. He is just a music teacher. He teaches, guys. He may move into maybe teaching high school orchestra. You know, that's his game. That's what he does. That's his passion. And that's okay. But here he is trying to attack a girl that has dusted him on YouTube. Dusted him on YouTube. And I mean, I just don't think, the only reason I've got to do one on this guy is like I've said before. Murphy Music Academy is an outstanding way for a young kid just starting out on the violin to learn how to play better. Let's say that you've been in school playing the violin. You go, I want to take some lessons, become better at it. This guy is outstanding and he knows how to teach. But he knows nothing about how to be able to perform, how to bring people into you, being known throughout the world, being able to go out on tour, on concerts. This is what I want you to listen to this. I'm going to scan through it.
I'm Murphy, and this is Murphy Music Academy.
And listen, you got to listen to one thing. He's going to say it over and over again. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I mean, it's kind of a joke, to be honest with you. But let's listen to Murphy Music Academy.
So, some of you may remember a few months back, I made a response video to fellow YouTuber and self-proclaimed idiot Ruben van Neuvenhuizen's own performance of the Mendelssohn Concerto. And he messaged me and he said, hey, why are you just picking on my Mendelssohn? Why don't instead you do a response video to Karolina Protsenko's Mendelssohn Concerto? I'm sure that will go over.
I've got to ask you again, who are you? Who the hell is this guy? I did some research of him. I don't even think he's a principal of an orchestra in the violin. I don't think he's even been a principal. This guy is going way out on a limb. Way out on a limb. And he's got 90,000 views of his absolute ignorance. And I set him straight when it came to music. I know more about music than this guy will ever dream of knowing about music.
Wonderfully. Now, for those of you who don't know who Karolina Protsenko is, that would probably be just only people in my audience. She is a very, very popular young...
Only people in my audience. As I've said before, there are people out there that are locked into just one thing only. And they never look out to see the beauty of music throughout the entire world. Let's listen to this guy.
Who has gotten quite a bit of fame just doing street performances, mostly of pop songs. She hooks a pickup to her violin, hooks that up to a speaker, and then kind of dances around in the street. It's very nice, it's very fun. I have no problem with that. When it comes to stuff like that, my elitism doesn't really get triggered. But I had no idea that she actually did do serious classical music until recently. And
she started out doing classical music before she did popular music, dude.
She recently did a performance of the entire Mendelssohn Concerto.
Let's speed it up.
Okay, so first thing that needs to be addressed is, of course, the tension that she has in her left hand. And it is considerable, and it does cause quite a few issues in her playing, especially in her shifting. already her shifting is not very clean, and she doesn't have quite enough flexibility in the fingers. And you'll also notice that because she tends to place her fingers in kind of, when she puts one finger down, the other finger sort of claw up like this, that also limits her vibrato. The vibrato is very narrow, and which isn't always a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I tend to like a narrower vibrato, but it becomes very tinny and tense. And this, of course, also, like I said before, affects both intonation and flexibility. So like right here, right? They hear a lot of, because her fingers are trying to press the strings way too hard, and that makes them very rigid, so she can't quite get that stretch between the third and the fourth.
What I can't understand about Murphy's Music Academy is I don't understand this guy. He knows how to do it better than Caroline Persenko. This guy has been on, and I'm gonna do this. I want to tell you something about this guy. And he's got...
There are three things separating the tone you have from the tone you want. I'm Tobias Murphy, and this...
Tobias Murphy, that's who he is. Tobias Murphy. Tobias Murphy, he joined in 2018 at 44,000 subscribers, and that's it, guys. That's it. And as I said before, when it comes to music, and what I get the biggest kick out of, and I get the biggest kick out of the fact that Robert Music Academy, as I've said millions, zillions of times, stick to being a violin teacher. That is your passion. That is all you know how to do. You'll never make it, never make it, Tobias Murphy. You'll never make it as a performer traveling throughout the world playing your violin. It's never going to happen. Nor are you ever going to get up to 12, how many she got? 8 million subs. And the reason why I'm doing a Robert Music Academy is this guy is an average violin player. I've actually heard him in different things that I looked up. I think his sister also plays the violin, I believe. I don't know. But he's an average violin player. He's just average. And guys, he has a great channel to go to learn how to play the violin. But he knows nothing about music when it comes away from classical. I'm done. Peace, guys.